Welcome to You Are Limitless, the daily podcast for those looking to transform their body, improve their mindset, and live the life they have always wanted. Learn the strategies needed to create positive emotions and consistent lifestyle habits that will allow you to kick life's ass on a daily basis. With your host, Sam Gibson, the founder of Limitless Training and Nutrition. Tune in to follow in the footsteps of over 200 people who have successfully leveled up their bodies and souls in the last 12 months. You are limitless.
Yo, but again, you are limitless. Now, what I've got for you today, it might change your life. So listen up. Rock bottom. First of all, what do we even mean by that? Yeah, rock bottom. When we say we are at rock bottom, one thing you need to check is your language straight away, and this is something I was guilty of in the past. I've personally been what you'd categorise as rock bottom, but really it doesn't mean anything, does it? It's a description of how you feel. You can't be at rock bottom. You know, you're not at the bottom of any rocks. What you mean is you're in a bad place. You know, and you're at that point where you currently feel the worst you've ever felt. So when you feel that and experience that, you know, you categorise it as rock bottom. And everyone sees that as a bad thing, you know. And so what I seen the other day on Twitter is someone who I don't know them, but I know who they are. They tweeted something along the lines of like, "Oh, I'm at rock bottom. I've never felt so bad right now. I don't know what I'm going to do." You know, that kind of stuff. And whether it was a cry for help or, you know, they were just venting, I don't know. But, you know, it made us think. And it made us think, you know, that there's a lot of people who are experiencing this. You know, rock bottom, experiencing rock bottom. And it's something that I definitely experienced. But reaching rock bottom was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. And I know you're listening to that and thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? How can rock bottom be the best thing? You know, that's your defensive mode getting riled up there. You know, that's you getting triggered. So just hear us out of what I'm about to say. Rock bottom is the most powerful place you can ever be in your life. It's also the most exciting place you can ever be in your life. You know why? Because when you categorize yourself and your feelings, your current state and current emotions as rock bottom, you are now only left with two choices. So you've established you're at rock bottom. You've established you're in a place that's the worst you've ever felt through whatever circumstances. Let's not try and get too into the circumstances, because everyone's different. Everyone's got different circumstances as to why they are at rock bottom. So there's no point us discussing those, because in essence, you know, in regards to what I'm trying to say here, it doesn't really matter. The variables are different, but the outcome is the same. This is what I'm trying to talk about. The outcome of you are at rock bottom. Doesn't matter how you got there, yeah? The feeling is the same. So let's just say you've established you're at rock bottom, through what reasons that may be. But now you are left with two choices. A very, very powerful choice that is going to dictate the rest of your life, essentially. The two choices are, you've established you're at rock bottom, yeah? You've established it's the worst you've ever felt, and your state is the worst it's ever been. You're at your lowest point right now. You've got two choices. You either accept this, you either roll over and let it defeat you and do nothing about it, which means that you will always be at rock bottom, which means you will always be at this place or worse, you know, and nothing will change, which is not what you want. Or you'll finally understand that you have reached the point of no return. You have reached the point that you cannot get any lower, and the only way that you will get out of this is if you take an action. You will now become unwilling to be miserable anymore. When you reach that point, you've got two choices. You either accept it and don't do anything, or you say, you know what, I'm done with being miserable. I'm done with feeling sorry for myself. I'm done with being at rock bottom. And you will finally understand that you have to act. And that is the only thing that's going to save you. That's the only thing that's going to change you. When you become unwilling to be miserable anymore. That is so powerful. And people don't understand that. Rock bottom, right, can literally make your life. Now, I'm talking about personal experiences here. This is the conversation I had with myself. 24th of March 2018, I remember the day like it was yesterday. The day that changed my life. The day that I finally became unwilling to be miserable anymore. I didn't know how I was going to do it, and those few months after were probably just as bad as, you know, the few months before. I was scared, I was anxious, I didn't know what I was doing with my life, but you know what? I knew that No one was coming to save us. I knew that if I wanted to pull myself out of rock bottom, and I use that with quotation marks, but I can understand you can't see us doing them. So yeah, rock bottom, I understood that if I didn't want to be in this, I had to do something. I had to be willing to do something to change my life. And I finally understood. I finally stopped passing the blame. I finally stopped blaming the universe, the people that, fucked us over, or who I felt fucked us over. I finally stopped blaming the fact that I didn't have any money, the fact I didn't have a job, the fact that I didn't have any goals. I finally accepted that all the reasons that I was depressed and in a bad place was because I didn't do anything about it. The external factors as to why you're unhappy with your life or at rock bottom, essentially in that moment, they don't matter, because the only action you can take is in the present. So whatever action's gone on in the past, whatever thing that's happened in the past that has led you to believe and experience feeling at rock bottom, it doesn't fucking matter, because you can't change the past. You can't control the past. The past can't hurt you. The only thing that hurts you is your attachment to the past. You putting that bad thought and that bad experience up on a pedestal and playing it over and over in your mind in the present. That's what's fucking you over. It's not your past, or it's not the people that's done bad things to you. It's you. It's your attachment to those negative thoughts. It's not letting go of the past. It's allowing it to take over your present. Yeah, that's what gets you at rock bottom. So the day that I finally realised, the day that I finally said I am unwilling to feel like this anymore, I don't want to be at rock bottom. I'm done being tired. I'm done being miserable. That was the most powerful day of my life. Powerful, because you know what? It forced us to act. And 2 years later, I still get those feelings. I still have to fight those negative feelings. They're not going to go away. But now I know that it's down to me to change that. Do you know how powerful that makes me feel? I literally go through life thinking, you know what? Shit's going to happen. But as long as I keep my head in the game and keep doing the things that I know I'm capable of doing, I'll be all right. Because I'm in control of this. I run this game. Yeah, the negativity doesn't run you. You run it. You just have to understand it. And I think a lot of people don't. And sometimes it takes you to reach rock bottom, like it did for me, to finally understand it. You've got two choices, two very powerful choices. You either let it roll over, and let it defeat you, and ultimately you either stay the same, you stay miserable the rest of your life, nothing happens, or worse, or you finally accept that, look, this is down to me. No one's coming to save us. No one's going to take the action for us. If I don't want to feel miserable anymore, if I don't want to be at rock bottom anymore, then it's down to me and I've got to act. Now, you might not know what action to take in that moment. You might not know. But as long as you understand that you have to do it, you're on the first step. That rock bottom, will make you. It won't break you. It will only break you if you choose not to see it this way. Rock bottom can be the best thing that's ever happened to you. It was for me. And I know a lot of people who I've helped have also taught me this and said that rock bottom is the best thing that's ever happened to them. Because it finally forces you to make a choice. You've been going through the motions, you've been running away from your problems for so long now. And it takes you to get such in a bad place, in a bad state, the lowest of the low, for you to understand it. Some people, unfortunately, can't see it. But a lot of people do see it. And they understand, and that is powerful. That is so powerful. That is the answer you've been looking for. You just have to want to see it. The answer to your problems is staring at you in the face. It's staring at you in the mirror. It comes from you and you alone. It sounds harsh saying this, and it's going to trigger a lot of people. I get it, I get it. It triggered me at the start, when people used to say these things about it's down to you and only you and no one's coming to save you. I didn't want to accept that because I didn't want to take responsibility for where I was. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to accept it. I wanted to point the finger. But you know what? When you're pointing the finger, the other three are pointing straight back at you. So, I understand some people's going to be triggered by this, and you know what? I can deal with it. I can deal with it. Some people's going to say, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what they're going through. And that's fine, you know what? Because I get it, because I was there too. But in the end, you will understand. You have to understand, because this is literally the only way you can live your life. This is the only way you can take action and understand and actually become the person you want to be in this world. Rock bottom will teach you lessons, It will teach you how to live the rest of your life when you reach there. That pain, that suffering becomes so much that you can't take anymore, that it has to go one way or the other. That is powerful as fuck. Powerful. You can base the rest of your life off this trajectory of where you choose in that moment. Are you going to give up? Are you going to roll over? Or are you going to fight it and going to say you've had enough? You've had enough of being miserable. You deserve more than being miserable. Yeah, you've got the whole rest of your life to do anything you want to do. Be anyone you want to be. Do not let rock bottom beat you. You are worth so much more than that. Your place in this world is worth so much more than that. The universe needs you to be the best version of yourself. You can create that. You just have to understand how. And it's very simple. It's hard. It's very hard. And this decision that you make, it's going to either make or break you. But if you choose to see it that way, you will be fine. And that rock bottom will be the best thing that's ever happened to you. That's all I've got for you today. I'll speak to you next time.